going on, everybody? Todd here once again, joined by DorkyRae of Dragon Hordes Creations.
Oh, that's weird.
And Thrabalen Gaming Zone, Thrabalen.
Hello all.
It sounds like you're saying Thrabalen Gaming Zone.
I agree. Like it's some arcade.
Yeah. Welcome to Thrabalen Gaming Zone.
Yep.
Tokens are over there.
No. You have to see one of the the candy stripers for the fucking tokens.
Oh.
And they're wearing it on their belt with the little change thing. So you give them $1 and ching 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 ching, and then they hand you the coins, and you're like, yeah. Did Ray not know what I'm talking about? I know Ballin probably does.
Oh hell yeah!
Okay.
I lived in an arcade when I was younger. I mean, that was there all the time.
Yeah.
They had great pinball.
Yep.
Pinball for you younger listeners. No. No, they're technically still around.
Yeah, they are. There.
Technically is the word though.
Meanwhile, Ray looks completely perplexed.
No, I'm good.
I'm not sure if the coin changer or the pinball that perplexes, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That look says both.
Yeah. You're not wrong. But I know one thing that doesn't perplex Ray, and that is our wonderful sponsors over at Gary Poppins Gourmet Small Batch Popcorn.
I still have some.
I'm beginning to suspect it's the same bag, just recycled each week.
No, I got 4 bags.
Oh, fair enough.
So I mean, yeah, so they're, you know,
I've got this one and one more left.
nice.
Well, it sounds like it's time for you to order some more delicious Gary Poppins.
Well, the thing is, it's like the holidays are right around the corner. What better gift? Like, growing up, did you ever receive the tin of popcorn as a gift?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It varied in quality from the places that you can get it in tins.
Exactly. However,
I had to share with my family.
you can get it. You can get the same from Gary Poppins, and you know how good that quality is. So,
And I probably wouldn't have to share with my family.
yeah.
I'd hide it in my room.
Yep. 3 different flavors. 3 flavors, Ray.
You mean I can't do all 3 with the same flavor?
I mean, you probably just do like, how much can you send me?
Pumpkin spice.
I just want a box of pumpkin spice popcorn. Well, I mean, how many bags? No.
No,
You misunderstood.
just a box.
I want you to take a cardboard box and just fill it.
You know,
Do go ahead and put a plastic inside the box first, so that I can seal it up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
After
it'll go
some-
stale.
Yeah.
After some upselling, next thing you know, about a week later, you hear outside the house, you go, beep, beep.
The dream. I mean, but then it wouldn't be small batch anymore.
No. It would
It'd be a crap load of small batches.
Yeah.
Fair.
We heard your request, Ray. It took us 6 months to fill it. Because we do small batch popcorn.
Yes.
But yeah, so we got Gary Poppins small batch popcorn. We have Sideshow Collectibles, which, you know, get a gift for that collector in your life. You know, statues, prints, other kinds of nerdy collectibles. Very high quality. Sideshow Collectibles. Check them out. I mean, while you're checking out places, though, maybe you want to completely surprise somebody. You can do that with Loot Crate. You can gift them a subscription to Loot Crate. Use that link in the description, guys. Please help.
Please help.
Busted Paradise. God damn. One of these days, I'm not sure if we've ever talked about that on the cast. That's a no.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that we did before the cast became the cast. Like back when we were first trying to make it a thing?
No, because the Lost in Paradise thing was between. It was after. That was after we had Rae done Archon's Tower.
Yeah.
Okay. That we have not talked about Lost in Paradise, which is just a small.
I have no clue what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assumed that was another reference to
The Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element.
Well, it kind of is, but it isn't.
Okay.
But we'll get into that little inside humor that that made Ballin laugh his ass off every fucking day.
Yep. That was the best.
Yeah. It was one of the perks of that time period.
About the only one, but yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, that and a steady paycheck.
Yes.
But yeah.
Let's face it, a steady paycheck isn't a perk of a job. It's kind of the point of the job.
Fair.
I mean, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
Yeah, I mean, but also not like having to worry about like, what am I working this week? Oh, how many hours am I getting? Like that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
The steady part of the steady paycheck. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, like a paycheck's a paycheck. But when you could go and say like within like $2, like what your paycheck's going to be every week, it's a steady paycheck. Just. But yeah, so. We also, you can also give the, maybe you want to give yourself a gift. Maybe you want to give a friend a gift who's very interested in steampunk, goth, or burlesque. You can visit the Violet Vixen, pick up some of their highly affordable clothing or household goods, and give that as a gift to somebody or even to yourself.
You say household goods, I'm thinking spatulas and whisks. I'm sorry. That's just hilarious to me.
What happened?
You say household goods, and I think spatulas and whisks and such like.
No. We didn't get the Spatula City sponsorship. So 512 spatulas, get the 13th for just 1 penny. That movie's on fucking Amazon Prime, and I may have watched it like 4 times in the last week.
I started watching Orphan Black.
Okay.
Yesterday, which was a TV show that was like a thing back in 2011.
Yeah.
All the way back in 2011.
I know, right? Oh gosh, though, like my mom mentioned something because there was some trailer for some new Viggo Mortensen movie on TV, and which of course brought up Lord of the Rings because my mom is this huge Lord of the Rings buff.
Are you talking about Mortal Engine?
I have no clue. I wasn't paying attention. I was reading fan fiction on my phone, as I do. Anyway,
you could be reading some Vampire the Masquerade lore on your phone.
Yeah, that probably should be.
Right?
Yeah, well, we all know how I am about good ideas and not doing them.
Fair. That explains the time that you could be working on your project.
So much. It probably explains so much about me in general. Honestly,
damn Hufflepuffs.
Well, not wrong. Anyway, and she was so she started talking about Viggo Mortensen and how he looks so different from how he did as Aragorn. Thank you. the only thing that was coming to my brain was Strider, which I mean was his fake name in Lord of the Rings. But anyway, and then she was like, "Well, I guess it has been 20 years," and I was just like, "It is not. There's no way it's been 20 years. It has not. It's only been 17." But still, it's like it's almost been 20 years since the first Lord of the Rings movie came out. And I don't know how to deal with that.
Welcome to our world, Rae.
I know.
Yes, exactly.
I know. I was just about to say, I don't know how you dinosaurs deal with it either.
Just wait until you turn on the classic rock station and start hearing Panic at the Disco.
Oh gosh, I will cry. I will. Oh, it will be bad.
Yeah. You're sitting there listening. You're like, oh, let me put on the classic rock station. It's just like, and next, a classic from Dance Gavin Dance. And you're just like, that's not classic rock. What is this? What is this world we live in?
I heard, well, because my dad listens to classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I'm in the car with my father, I have to have, whether I'm driving or he's driving. It's like, you know how there's that rule that the driver is supposed to be in control of the music?
Doesn't apply to parents.
No, does not.
And it doesn't apply on road trips either. Because the navigator's kind of has to keep himself entertained.
I mean, that's fair. And it depends on it really depends on the person. Like I've got a friend who we have relatively similar music tastes, so we can kind of compose a playlist together. Yeah. Between her music and mine. But anyway, anytime my dad is in the car, it's classic rock. And so I turned it on to his classic rock station, and something from the 90s came on, and I was just like, no.
Rae.
Welcome, Rae.
Rae. What? Remember? When we started Pod Errors, one of the things I discussed was turning on a classic rock station and hearing Blink 182.
Oh no, that's not okay.
Because
anything of sufficient age is, Rae.
Because as of right now, even music from up to 2002
yep,
is considered classic rock now.
It's not okay.
Okay.
It's not okay.
1998 should be the cutoff. In my mind, classic is 20 years.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, but it's fair.
But I mean, they were playing Papa Roach on, yeah. You know, Last Resort was on classic rock.
No.
Followed by Freebird,
no.
which was hilarious.
Yeah. Now that,
okay, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's a freaking... That's just... You're like, what? How do these exist in the same playlist?
Yeah. It's like you had 4 people creating a playlist and you hit shuffle. Just
yeah.
All right, I'll do my songs first. Then I'll pick 10 songs, you pick 10 songs, you pick 10 songs, you pick 10 songs, and we'll play them like that. The last person's just like, play them however the fuck I want. Shuffle, bitch. We also have, I mean, not to derail this, but we do also thank our sponsors Breezy and Valiant Vape. Valiant Vapes, because they used to be Vape Vigilante and now they're Valiant Vapes. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's,
fair enough.
It's kind of a more recent thing, so I'm still getting used to the new name.
That's fair.
But yeah, you guys, if you're looking for vape gear or e-liquid, you can check them out. 2 awesome companies that have decided to sponsor us. Use those links in the description. And yeah, there's that.
So here's the problem. Because we started later than normal, we just got through our sponsors and I've already finished my coffee.
Which means you get to wear it on your face. Problem solved, right?
Still freaking weird.
Yeah, it is. It's really fucking weird. But
the part of the show where Ray wears the cup on their face.
yeah, well, and part of the show where
For no reason anyone can think of.
where Todd shamelessly plugs tpublic.com/user/the precipice, where you could pick up fine t-shirts such as the Thrabalen Gaming Gazillion shirt.
Yes.
Yeah. Which it's interesting. I mentioned this to you guys earlier. This one coming in, having this one come in when it did, in my head I didn't connect the dots until today when it showed up, and I go, wait a second. It's just about a year since Gazillion got gazillioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to be even better next week. You have to wear it next week too.
How so?
Because today is the 20th.
Well,
and so next week when you wear it, it'll be more like timing accurate because it'll be going up on the day of the anniversary.
Yeah, it'll be going up on the 28th, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, and I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can, they ship pretty quick, so you can get yours in time for the anniversary.
True facts. There you go. Perfect plug.
Celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate the death of a company through people quitting, a company pulling their license, and sexual misconduct.
And general financial mismanagement.
Well, I mean, there was that too, but let's be honest. Like, they could have probably gotten by a little bit longer if everybody didn't jump ship.
It's not like your Telltale Games.
Yeah. Too soon. Danish.
Gazillion is too soon. I mean...
No. Gazillion is timely.
You're eating, I'm gonna eat too.
Snackcast.
Yeah. I've been trying to be a little bit more professional and not eat on cast as much the last couple streams, last couple episodes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's like really unprofessional of me.
So me eating a Danish, an unsponsored Danish, is unprofessional. You enjoying a sponsored
but before
popcorn.
I got the Gary Poppins stuff, I was eating like every single episode. I was eating something. Like I was eating the
lemon.
Well, the lemon thing, that was just to mess with you guys and because you made fun of me. That one was kind of like
weird.
topical.
I mean, it's
good.
My thing is like the lemon.
That one was kind of topical.
The lemon thing wasn't weird to me.
It was to me.
To you, it is. But then again,
yes.
But then again,
it's like a cup on my face.
Yeah, no, and that's fucking weird. No, but like as a child, I would eat onions, like just raw onions, like an apple.
Okay, I don't eat them like an apple. I don't eat them like an.
Sorry.
I won't eat them like an apple, but like the red onions, I'll just like I'll cut them into the round, so not like
That's
slices,
weird.
but.
Why do all that extra work?
Because eating them like an apple hurts my teeth. I don't even eat apple. I don't even eat apples like I have to cut apples into slices.
Technically, you always eat an apple like an apple.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you eat an apple? Like an apple. That ain't how you eat an apple. That's how I'm eating an apple.
I mean, technically, no matter how you eat it, you're eating it like an apple.
That's fair. So I always got made fun of in school for the way that I ate carrots.
I'm curious now.
Yeah, so am I.
It's story time, guys.
So how do you guys eat carrots? Do you eat them like from the front or do you eat them from the side?
in stews and soups.
What kind of carrots are we talking?
Like baby carrots.
Oh, those just go all in. Like I eat them like a hamster. I just kind of take the thing and I go.
And stuff
I
right
got
in
like
the face.
have them in my cheeks and shit. Yeah, that's how I eat. Yeah, it's magic. It is disturbing as fuck, but it is magic.
So, like growing up, all the kids that I know
heard the phrase from the side, and now I'm disturbed.
So, like all the kids would just kind of like bite pieces off, like from the front. They would like kind of like Bugs Bunny, that and what's up, doc type thing.
Like a human, yes, go on.
The thing is, though, I will say, if it was like a large carrot, doing it from the side is just more comfortable.
Yeah, but no, just the little baby carrots.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
I would take the baby carrots and I'd put them in the side of my mouth and bite them off that way. Like, I don't know, like I was taking something and biting it in half.
Nope. Nope.
That's just
every week I'm more and more disturbed.
I'm a weird person.
Yes, you're not hearing argument, right? You are not hearing argument.
I mean, we're all weird though, so
yeah.
The only weird people are the people who don't think they're weird. They frighten me.
True.
Yeah,
it's true. But like, I don't generally use my front teeth for much at all. Like, sometimes they'll do a little bit of tear. Like, they're supposed to be your tearing teeth, but like as far as like eating apples or whatever.
Well, you're gonna make a shitty vampire.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't like using my teeth. Like, you're just like, how the fuck are you gonna feed? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Question mark.
Basically, it's just like, I don't know. They've always been more sensitive to temperature and to pressure and everything.
Yeah.
So like, I'll generally go for anything if I can use my side teeth instead. I will. Like, if it's tender enough. Yeah, like and obviously like we were talking earlier with ribs or whatever, I'll obviously use that to tear like tender stuff off, and like even corn on the cob. Like I used to all the time, like when I was younger, corn on the cob was fine, but now I have to cut the corn off the cob.
I mean, I just don't eat corn on the cob anymore.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I technically don't eat corn on the cob anymore either. I just eat corn off the cob, but because I cut it off with a knife.
That's legit fair.
Just saw it off.
Unless it's in like a recipe, I will, and even then, like I'll just kind of be like, I try to stay away from corn.
Let's face it.
I like corn. I like vegetables.
There's enough corn in products that it's not supposed to be in. That popcorn is about the only corn I deliberately eat.
I mean, that's fair. But no, when I say I like vegetables, like when I was in 3rd grade, we had to fill out those papers and say like what our favorite TV show, favorite whatever was. Mm-hmm. My favorite food that I put on that paper, and I will always remember this, on this 3rd grade paper. 3rd grade. So what's that, 10 years old? 8 years old. 8 years old is 3rd grade.
So was that what, 25 years ago? No, that was like 20 years ago, right?
That was 20 years ago. That was 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago?
That was 20 years ago.
Think about that for a second.
Nope, don't want to. That was 1998. That was the last year that classic rock music should be available. Yeah. Anyway, for my favorite food, I put lima beans. That was
you people at home don't have my face on camera, so what you don't see is I was looking down something and my eyes just very slowly raised up to look at the monitor, like I know I didn't hear lima beans.
That's what you heard.
And I'm trying to compensate for you not having a cam.
Yeah. You're going through all the emotions all at once.
Lima beans. Lima beans
No,
was my favorite food
no,
at 8 years old.
Fuck.
No,
Yeah.
I refuse. No, I'm not allowing this.
Yeah, let's go back in time. Let's go back in time 20 years. Change my favorite food.
No, I'll go back in time 20 years. I'll be the substitute that gives that assignment so I can fail it.
No, I'll go back to 20. I will figure out who hurt you to make you that person.
No, I loved lima beans. Like, my favorite thing that ever happened was my parents would get those vegetable mixes or whatever, and I would get really sad when they didn't have lima beans in them, when they were only the corn, carrots, and green beans. If they didn't have the lima beans in them, I would be really upset because I wanted my lima beans.
What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is not a thing that you do.
No, it's absolutely a thing. Absolutely a thing. I also really liked spinach. I really liked spinach. And someone told me that if I ate spinach seeds, like the seed packets, that I basically would grow spinach in my stomach and I would always taste spinach. And so I would eat so many packets of those spinach seeds.
Fucking what?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a very, if you swallow apple seeds, you'll grow an apple tree in your stomach, which I am sorry. Even kids know that's bullshit.
Right. I should honestly should have known better. But I was a pretty gullible child.
Obviously, you like lima beans.
I genuinely like that.
Someone told you you like
lima
when you
beans.
believe them, clearly.
No, I still like lima beans.
That was going to be my follow-up. Do you still like...
Yes.
Is it still your favorite food?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite food, but
Because you now have a palate.
because I now really like anything pumpkin spice. If I found pumpkin spice lima beans, you bet I would be all over.
Oh my god!
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
You're kidding. You're joking. Sure you are.
Yeah, no, I'm actually joking. Now I would say that my favorite food is probably salmon. But
oh no!
Oh god!
Pumpkin spice lima beans.
This is what I mean when I say pumpkin spice has gone too far.
Probably, yeah.
Jamaican pumpkin. Well, it's Jamaican pumpkin curry with lima beans.
Okay, chances are it's not pumpkin
different.
spice.
Yeah,
in it.
this is probably not pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice
That's probably got like actual
pumpkin.
pumpkin. Yeah, that's probably got like actual bits of pumpkin
instead of squash
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like when I say I was gullible, there was a kid, a little bit earlier than 3rd grade. This was actually probably more kindergarten age. But there was a kid that got me to eat grass by telling me that it tasted like apples.
Apples don't look anything like grass.
No,
apples aren't green, and apples don't grow on the ground. They grow in trees.
No, he didn't. He didn't convince me that the grass was apple.
My point is there
just
are
that it tasted like,
and there's no reason you shouldn't believe that.
There was candy that tasted like apples. There was juice that tasted like apples. There were a lot of things that don't look like apples that taste like apples. And I was in kindergarten.
I don't fucking... I have no hope for
me
for
your generation.
Yeah, no.
Now, here's my question: how did you make it to the age you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I started reading a lot. I became much more well learned.
Did someone convince you the books taste like apples?
No. I actually convinced my parents to give me a reading program for my birthday when I was 4.
What?
my parents.
What do you want for your birthday? You can have anything. I want a reading program. Like
I would. Well, I told them they asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I told them I wanted to learn to read.
Okay, well, I mean,
yeah. I didn't say that I wanted a reading program, but I told them that I wanted to learn to read.
But at the same time, it's just like...
And so they got me a reading program.
I mean, if I had children and my child said that to me, I'd be like, fucking what?
That's what you call an exorcist.
But no, I told them I wanted to learn to read, and then, but I'm also the kid that when I got in trouble, got grounded from reading.
Yeah, well, that's also because you wanted a reading program and at what, age 4?
4, yeah. 4, and then.
Oh.
And then when they were trying to teach phonics in school, I already knew how to read because my parents had gone along and gotten me a reading program. At 4. So they're doing phonics in school, and they're like, my parents had told the teacher, "Oh yeah, Ray already knows how to read." Only, of course, they used my birth name.
Yeah.
Of course, teachers never believe the parents.
And they're just like, yeah,
the teacher was like, that sure, yeah, probably just memorized the books. And so I'm bored out of my ever-loving mind in phonics because I already know all this. And so I'm sitting next to the calendar, and they've got all of the different holidays listed, like around the calendar. And it's like all the holidays for the year. And I turned to one. She's like going off about A is for apple, or the antelope ran by so fast it lost its hat as it went past. I still remember a lot of the phonics things.
What the hell? Fuck! Thank you. Antelopes don't wear hats.
No, I know, but that was the short A thing. That was the short A rhyme. Was the antelope went by so fast it lost its hat as it went past.
The antelope.
The long A. The long A is the aging ape is out of shape. The aging ape is out of shape because he ate and ate and ate. Those does
not rhyme with shape.
No, but it has the A sound. That's the whole point.
These people are frauds.
Yes. Yeah. Yup.
Anyway, so she's
wrong.
doing this whole thing, and I turn and I read Kerhis Topper Columbus off of the side. And the yeah.
Oh Lord! Oh, that's so good.
What have you done, Ray? What have you done?
Apparently killed Ballin.
Oh, that was good. I'm sorry.
I mean, obviously, I didn't know all. Like, I didn't know PH made the F.
Yeah,
sound,
obviously.
But
Well, it's because the English language is really fucking weird.
yeah, but
fair enough.
But so the teacher is like, where did you get that? And I was like, off the calendar. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I read it right there. Christopher Columbus.
It's still funny. It's not going to stop anytime soon.
No. So I no longer had to sit through phonics. And I got sent to the library every day during phonics class to read to the librarians.
So we're going to go and do phonics, kids. Ray is going to do nerd things in the library.
Yeah, basically. Ray's going to go to the library and be a nerd.
Yeah.
Read to the librarians.
You're going to tell the librarians about Christopher Columbus?
Christopher Columbus.
That's
so like
I'm sorry. That's actually I find that funnier than the Lost in Paradise thing that we were going to talk
I
about.
know. That's wrong. I too.
That's fair. But no, I mean, by like 6th grade, I was at a 12th grade reading level. So
arguably, 12th graders aren't at a 6th grade reading level these days.
I mean, that's
this is true. This is absolutely true.
That's fair. I was not at a 12th grade kid reading level. I was at the 12th grade academic reading level.
So 2nd grade?
No. No. Like the book.
I would say that you were probably college level at that point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, pretty close. Pretty close.
Because believe me, as in 12th grade, the reading curriculum usually was either like super advanced or just like, listen, I know you guys just want to get the fuck out of here and graduate. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
You guys can just, I mean, just pick a non-pornographic book and just write a report on it. Like,
I also went to a private Christian school, so we didn't have that.
well, I went to a public school, and
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Because it was in my case, like we discussed this kind of yesterday, like when you guys are like, oh well, you're actually really intelligent, and I'm like, I don't see it, and I'm like, I'm a lazy
No,
fuck.
you are.
And honestly, when I was in school, I became a lazy fuck because I was bored of the shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I ended up taking like my second junior and my senior year. I had 2 junior years, by the way. I ended up taking general classes, just kind of get the shit over with, as opposed to like college prep or AP. Because why the fuck should I even try at this point? I'm just it was kind of like going in, like it's like going into a job just for the paycheck. You know, you're just like, I gotta go anyway, so let me just make it easier for myself and just scrape by, you know? And I will not forget my 12th grade literature class was, okay, so I know you guys don't want to be here. You guys got to be here. So this semester, you have to turn in 3 reports on 3 books you've read that aren't porn. Yes. Well, why do you specifically call that out?
Yeah.
And it's like, because we didn't 1 year.
Okay.
Fair.
Well, if that's what it comes to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Them sticky reports.
yeah, whereas I went to private school. So I went to public school up through 3rd grade. And then after 3rd grade, there was a disagreement between myself and a teacher.
Yeah.
Because
the police were called.
No, my parents were called. But no, so I was not as shy and soft-spoken a child.
This sounds like an interesting story now.
I mean, I won't get too much into it because it touches on things that we don't talk about on the podcast. But essentially, I talked back to a teacher about something that at the time I very firmly believed in. And I got a bit sassy. And I was essentially, the teacher told me to sit down and stop talking. And
which always works.
Yeah, it was not handled well on either myself or the teacher's part.
Teacher
really
didn't even know how to child.
Yeah. Teacher also did not know how to debate.
Most teachers aren't interested in debate.
Yeah.
Most teachers are interested in sit down, shut up, and listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's kind of basically how it went. And it was, and I, at the time, was, like I said, very emphatic in what I believed and did not want to be told to silence myself. And so it got a little bit heated. And like I said, my parents were called. And because of that, my parents basically decided to take both myself and my brother out of the public school system. and put us into this private school, which is then what we stayed in through up through graduation. And as opposed to Todd, who ended up not doing as much, I think I wrote probably, I probably wrote a few hundred reports for
I'm so
school.
sorry.
No, willingly. They were not required. They were not required. They were.
Fun. Nothing sucks the fun out of reading more than having to do a book report.
Book reports are bullshit.
They are. They are busy work.
Yeah. But I got like extra privileges at school for doing them. So like we I got to leave the classroom. Like so we didn't.
You were allowed to finally return home.
That sounds like work release and not really a reward.
Exactly.
So the private school that I went to was a self-learning type of school. So we didn't have teachers that stood in front of us and taught us things. We had supervisors and monitors. So we had our classrooms were.
So what I'm hearing is your teachers didn't do a fucking thing.
Well,
they go, this is what you need to do.
They were there to help us if we needed assistance. So what we had was we had these little cubicles, and then our learning experience. We we had little booklets for each subject. And
did you meet your sales goals this week?
or possibly were you trying to repair people's computers over the phone?
Yeah.
I hear you have a virus. Sorry, my script is misspelled. Sorry.
But so we had little booklets in each subject, and then those were how we learned. And it's very much a move at your own pace type thing. And then we had 3 privilege levels, which there was the B privilege, which was you got to go on instead of having just a 5-minute bathroom break every day, you got 10-minute break, so you could go out and like have fun. Or no, it was 15-minute break. I'm hearing
that going to the bathroom is a privilege at that school.
No. Everyone.
Dark. That is dark.
No. Everybody got the 5-minute bathroom break, whether they were on privilege or not.
Just because you didn't meet your sales goal, you got 5 minutes to wrap that shit up. Literally.
No.
So and the whole thing about you got more time to have fun. So I'm hearing is you might have not done reports based on porn, but
well, but so B privilege was
15-minute break.
You got 15-minute break, and you got the Friday field trip, whether that was an in-house field trip or actually going somewhere on a field trip.
Wait, they called it a field trip, and they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna walk around the building for an hour. Like,
no, in-house field trip was like going to the gym, and if there was an in-house field trip, you could go to the gym and do whatever you wanted in the gym, like under teacher supervision. Or
it sounds more and more like a prison. 15 minutes in the yard, gym privileges.
Ray comes back from school and just looks. They've just been working the weights the entire time.
We had uniforms. We did have uniforms.
Well, that was a private school thing.
Yeah.
And now a public school thing too.
Yeah, that's true.
That I don't agree with.
So in order to earn B privilege, you had to do the monthly scripture memory, and you had to. So when I say these booklets are work at your own pace, there's for each grade level, there's 12 booklets for each subject per grade level, and at the end of each booklet, you have a test. So to get B privilege, you had to pass 2 tests total. Doesn't matter what subject, which subject. So you could have like one math test, one social studies test, whatever. So you had to have
science.
2. whatever. So 2 tests, and your monthly scripture memory. And then there was C privilege, which was the next step up, which
You got your own boats.
For C privilege, you got 30-minute break.
30
And
minutes
you
in the
could
yard, gotcha.
Yeah. And you could get up to score your work without teacher permission. As well as you didn't have to, if you needed to
I think
use the
this is
bathroom.
hay material.
If you needed to use the bathroom during like actual school time, you didn't have to get permission from the teacher. You could just put up a sign to let the teacher know that's where you were, and you could just go to the bathroom.
Now, how many of these unpaid bathroom breaks were you allowed to take?
Oh, I mean, you could do as many. It was basically like you just had to get a pass, but with C privilege, you didn't have to get a pass. You were, you basically, but I mean, if you were gone too long, the teachers could basically take that away from you and not, like, so if you were abusing that, you could still have the other privileges on C because you had earned those, but that bathroom privilege,
that shit was done.
You would have to ask. Yeah, you would have to ask for. You would have to ask for the bathroom pass.
But I mean,
and then there was S.
But I mean, even with that, like with the bathroom pass thing, it's still like, I mean, I know, like for example, me, I have because of my gallbladder issues, I tend to have to go quite frequently.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, same thing with my Crohn's disease.
Yeah. So,
and I mean,
that's just the thing that happens when you age too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, if there were like special circumstances like that, I mean, obviously there was one kid with cerebral palsy at the school, and I mean, regardless of privilege, if he needed to go to the bathroom, he pretty much got to go to the bathroom. He just had to pop. Well, his attendant basically had to pop the note up for him. But yeah, like regardless of privilege, if he needed to go, he needed to go.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, they would, in health cases.
And I get that.
Super strict on that. But to get C privilege, you had to do all the stuff for B privilege, and you also had to write a book report. Needless to say, I always had at least C privilege.
So,
and this is a book report every week.
Every week.
Every week that to earn C privilege.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yep. And then there was the third privilege level, which was S privilege. And S privilege.
Bitch, you skipped D through R.
We also skipped A, so.
The initials of the school was BCS. And so that's why they went with those letters. Yeah. No, it was that was kind of dumb. Yeah, no, it was definitely kind of weird. But yeah. So S privilege, in addition to everything for C privilege, you also could take your work, like your schoolwork and everything, and do it outside of the classroom. So like you could do your work like in the lunchroom or in the gymnasium or anywhere on the school premises that you wanted.
Okay.
And excuse me. And in order to earn S privilege, you had to do everything for C privilege. Plus, you had to do chapel participation. So, like, sing a song or lead the scripture reading or...
Now I see why you are the way you are.
Ray's constantly trying to get that S privilege.
Yeah, still, it's been happening to you so much. It is your life now. They have been programmed. This is why you are the way you are.
Not wrong.
It
You're probably
makes
not wrong.
sense.
And you had to maintain a acts of service. So like volunteer hours. So like if you weren't getting a lot of if you weren't like doing that consistently, so like, and that could be like helping out in the younger classrooms, or folding bulletins for the church, because it was technically the school was part of the church.
Picking up trash on the side of the road.
Working extra shifts. Putting in overtime hours. Yes.
Unpaid overtime hours, mind you. Because you're doing it for the love of the business, not for a paycheck.
So, but yeah, so like I said, I was consistently on at least C privilege, and I was on S privilege a lot of the time up until my senior year. I wasn't on S privilege as much because that was the year that I was having a lot of struggles with my Crohn's disease and everything. So it was just a lot harder to do a lot of the other stuff. I had my volunteer hours there pretty high because that was the year that I was doing a lot of help in the lower learning centers. But yeah, I just wasn't doing as much as far as like chapel and everything goes. But yeah.
At what rank did they give you? Did they give you kitchen duty?
It's funny you say that because we did have hot lunch Thursdays, and I did help out with the hot lunch Thursdays.
Ray, you went to school at a prison.
Yeah. So, okay, in all kidding aside, I do have to ask, how many inmates did you see get shanked in the yard?
If by shanking you mean kicking people in the shins, I actually did the shanking.
I mean, see, the thing is, like a proper shanking, though, you don't do it in the yard. You wait until you're on the job. Like, say, it kind of fell into the thing. Like, I don't know, let's just say you're on laundry detail. I mean, he had something, and I don't know what happened. Next thing you know, he's 12 times in the chest. I don't know what happened, though.
Yeah.
It was just me and him there.
There was this knife on the ground. He fell on it several times.
He just fell.
What are you going to do?
Times. Yeah. No, like, so I was like one of the smallest. I've always consistently been like really tiny, just genetically in my family. But all the guys.
You have to find the biggest person there and kick her ass the first day.
Yeah. Like all of the.
So fourth grade Ray walks in and decks the 12th grader. Just right.
I was fairly.
Walks up to the 12th grader. Give me your jacket.
No. I was kind of bullied a little bit because I was the weird, quiet kid that sat in the corner of the cafeteria with a book, and didn't talk to people.
Pick on the weird inmate. They're the ones that are in there for the weird shit.
They just want to do their time and be done with it. Like,
that's fair. But no, like I got stuffed into lockers and my books taken away from me and that sort of thing. But there were several of the guys that were afraid of me because I kicked their shins so hard that sometimes, like, if they were messing with me, all I would have to do would be like lift my leg up for a kick and they would just start running. So, I mean, they messed with me, but they knew when they pushed the, because I usually would like put up with it to a point, and then once that point was reached, I would just kick them as hard as I could.
And if that didn't send the message, then you greenlit them.
I have no clue what that means.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because they got the message.
Yes.
You never have to get to that stage.
This has been an interesting podcast.
What I'm talking about too.
This has been a very interesting podcast.
It has. Todd yelled at Ray with his juvie. That's something I didn't expect.
It's a hard knock, Ray.
Don't do that.
And the
Todd.
funny thing is, I don't have any. Yeah, You have no idea how hard I'm resisting.
I
Finish
know.
that?
That's why I said that.
I'm sparing you, Ballin. I
Thank
feel
you.
like I've tortured you enough by making you listen to my childhood.
Just wait for the V5 game.
Oh, it's gonna be so difficult because I'm not the one that's. If Maury starts singing, you realize it's gonna turn into a duet.
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not one to give spoilers, but I've been doing a lot of research about Nashville and its
I have
nightlife
nothing
scene.
in this cup.
Why don't you go and fill the cup?
Yes.
No, because you guys are gonna talk about me while I'm not here.
You have enough permissions to get yourself another cup.
And Ray, we will have plenty of opportunities to talk about you behind your back. Let's face it.
It's true.
Plus, at the same time, you got wireless headphones and you could hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So go get yourself another cup. So anyway,
Damn, that's all I'm saying.
that was wow. That was like legit a prison.
Yeah, no shit. And here's something. I went to public schools,
Yes,
like
so
a
did
lot
I.
of people, and here I thought the public schools were fucked up.
Ooh. No. I mean, like 12th grade for me. I was on was cooperative marketing, which you basically you go to school go to school early as fuck. You get out at noon and then you go to work, and then the instructor goes to your job every week to make sure that you're going to work. Yeah, because there was people that would take it and then they just I got a job, don't worry about it. And it was just their excuse of getting out because the cooperative class was basically half of the credits that you would need for your senior year. So
I'm hearing is your school was parole.
we had work release. We had work release, and I took work release. I mean, I might as well. Also, I ended up graduating with enough credits I graduated with enough credits that would have put me as valedictorian if I was allowed to actually graduate with the class.
I was valedictorian.
No shit.
I was also the bottom of my class.
And inmate of the year.
Yeah. I was the only one in my graduating class.
Fair.
If that didn't quite make sense there. It was a very small school.
So
it was 70. The year that I graduated, it was 75 students, K through 12.
Damn.
Yeah.
Little red schoolhouse shit.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I mean, my high school was fucking huge. And I actually I had
3,000 people.
Dang.
For 4 grades, 9 through 12.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense because I took driver's ed at a public school because we didn't have driver's ed at.
Because you can't give inmates access to the motor pool, or they will break the fuck out.
So I took driver's ed at a public school, and I took it during the summer. Like I did it as summer school, and there were 300 students in the summer school program for driver's ed, and oh my gosh, it was so overwhelming. Like, I even went to a small college, and it was overwhelming to me. Like, it was 5,000 students at the college, both graduate and undergrad. So, like, that's not big for a college.
So I'm looking at my my old high school now because apparently they're big enough that they have a wiki page.
I'm sorry. This is a generational thing there. That is so freaking weird to think about.
Yeah.
Although I'm almost positive the high school I went to has one, just given how prominent they are in the area.
Fair. But yeah, so
Yeah, my school's on Wikipedia. It's got
there's a difference between a wiki page and Wikipedia, Ray.
No, that's true. That's true. It also only has 2 paragraphs, and each paragraph is 2 sentences long.
I'm looking at it's like a list of notable alumni from my old high school, but including former American football quarterback in the NFL for the Washington Redskins, Philadelphia Eagles, and Atlanta Falcons, Bob Holly. Yep. Tight end who played for the Atlanta Falcons and the San Diego Chargers, Larry Mialk. Ed Sinicki, former MLB outfielder.
Hey, my high school has a Wikipedia page.
Cool. Nice. But yeah, so looking at this, it's one of the things that's mentioned is enrollment, right? And obviously you can look at like the current enrollment, but like for the years I was there, they averaged about 3,100 people.
Yeah.
For 4 grades. After I left, they added an additional building. And right now they're averaging about the same, about 31. So we were overcrowded like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
I'm of the opinion that if you have more than 20 students in a classroom, they're not getting taught properly. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I've never been in a classroom with less than 25 people. So.
Yeah, so 2015 to 2016, I feel old, had an enrollment of 3,036 students and 226.5 classroom teachers.
This is a high school, like, right?
This is high school, yeah. A half a teacher.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, you see, 2 schools go to Solomon.
I understood that reference.
That was for you, right?
For a student-teacher ratio of 13.4 to 1.
It's what it actually probably is they're probably only counting like teacher aides. They're not counting teacher aides.
No, I suspect it's because in a lot of metropolitan areas, teachers will sometimes teach at multiple schools instead of just the one school. That one teacher probably taught you 2 schools, so they were only counted as a half a teacher.
So the thing is, 226.5 classroom teachers on a full-time equivalent or whole-time equivalent basis. So this doesn't include substitutes, doesn't include aides, doesn't include any of that. So it's still like half a fucking teacher. Like, did they quit halfway through the year or something?
Oh, that could be. Or they got maternity leave.
I don't know.
Or was just a really fucking stupid teacher.
Well, that's possible too. Or came on halfway through the year or something.
Fair.
Yep.
But yeah, it was grades 9 through 12.
Or had been a substitute and then was hired on full time.
Midway through the year.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That actually happens a lot with first year teachers.
Because in all honesty, a substitute teacher is on like an eternal job interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see how this works out. And then they roll out the TV with the VHS player. And they're like,
Oh,
all right,
God.
For you kids that don't understand what a VHS player is.
I didn't do that one for once.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah.
So wait, what? Next year will be 15 years since I graduated.
It'll be 10 years since I graduated next year.
No comment.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. Hold on. This year, basically marks...
The best thing about being the only one in my class is I don't have to go to a 10-year reunion.
You
are the 10-year reunion.
I am the 10-year
Yeah,
reunion.
you live in
I
a
can do
10-year
whatever I
reunion.
want. I can do whatever I want.
Finally, you're allowed to do whatever you want. You don't have any stupid privileges.
I actually have a funny story about my 10-year reunion that I didn't go to.
Oh, okay. Just funny story about 10-year reunion usually ends with, and that's when the cop shows up.
So, you guys know that I have like so many different email addresses.
Yeah.
So obviously the email address I use, the email addresses I use now aren't the same as I used in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So at the 10-year mark, like it was like 9.5 years, I get a email, just a random email, and I'm like, what the fuck is this about?
Oof.
And it was asking me about going to my 10-year anniversary of graduating and shit, 10-year reunion. Come to find out, my ex had been in contact with people because they wanted her to go. She wanted me to go, so she forwarded my info to them to get in touch with me so I would go. Obviously, I didn't go. And I went, I asked 2 questions. It's like, oh, well, we should really do this, blah, blah, blah. We should go to the 10-year reunion, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. I'm like, I got 2 questions for you. One.
Good point. No.
1. Can I wear a silly costume?
That was 2.
No. That was the answer. And I go, okay.
Yeah.
2. Is there an open bar? No. And I go, okay, so you have my answer. You didn't? No, I don't. No. You have my answer. I can't wear a silly costume, and I can't, and there's no open bar. There's no point in me going. No, that was the silly costume. There was 3 questions. 1, are they paying for my travel?
Mm.
They want me there that bad. They'll pay for my fucking travel. Are they paying for my travel? No. Can I wear a silly costume? No. Do they have an open bar? No. 3 no's? Nah, not going. Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Well, I mean, she really wanted to go. She wanted to do the whole thing, and nope. Because to be perfectly honest, I didn't like half the assholes that I...
Yeah, this is something I was about to get to. I do not see the point of high school reunions. High school was a bullshit time.
Yeah.
It was the worst period of my life.
Yeah.
Because you are not old enough to have adult privileges or responsibilities, but you're old enough to see that this is complete and utter bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
So why would I want to revisit that?
Like, even if I was the same age as so like most of the people that I interacted with in high school, aka my bullies,
much like everyone else.
Yeah. Thought I was a short, quiet gremlin that did nothing but read. Like, I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, two of them have since, like, I've seen them, and since then, because they're still in the area, and one of them actually like profusely apologized for the way that he treated me.
Well, that's good.
And that did make me feel a whole lot better.
Did you follow it up with too late shank shank shank?
No. I thanked for
for all those times in the yard where you used to make fun of me.
No.
Who's laughing now, bitch?
No.
I'm sorry for what's going to happen. What do you mean?
No, I told him that I was happy. I told him I was happy that he had grown in such a way that he realized, he had grown as a person, and all that. So, and then the other one apologized to me, but I don't know if he apologized to me because he wanted to or because he was friends with the other one and did it because they're
peer pressure apology.
Yeah. Because these two were part of a trifecta of guys that kind of J did it to impress L did it to impress T did it to impress J.
Those kinds of assholes. Gotcha.
Yeah. J was the one that realized that grew as a person and ended up apologizing to.
So then T apologized as well.
So then T came and apologized as well. I have no clue where L is. I have no clue. L could be dead for all I know. I genuinely have no idea where L is.
Well,
and this is where we find out L is serving 5
time.
I mean, he could be.
And now we know that L is serving 15 to 20 for armed robbery. He's a lifer now.
But yeah, so who knows?
Yeah.
But
I mean, this has honestly been very, very interesting.
Educational.
Yes.
Which is a great pun for that situation, and I didn't even mean it as such.
But
I honestly feel like I'm being Ray educated by you right now.
That's good, I think. I'm just gonna gloss over the pun.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, I've been up for too many hours. I'm finding all this shit hilarious.
No, I'm finding it all hilarious myself. Because damn, some of this shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, like the whole prison story. I mean, school stories. Let's be serious.
See, it's so funny though. It's so funny when you say the prison because I was seriously a good kid. Like I wasn't actually.
Not everyone who gets through the system is guilty. Yeah. It happened.
Look at Andy Dufresne. Oh God, I'm probably gonna watch The Green Mile tonight again. Fucking cry like a little baby.
Todd almost did a different word.
I never got a single detention in my life.
I have. I've been suspended. I mean, I was. I don't want to say I was a. I don't want to say I was a bad kid, because I wasn't. I just, wrong place, wrong time. Most of the time, most of it was wrong place, wrong time. Or
there was one time I should have gotten a detention because I had left all of my booklets at home on accident, and like. So
you left all your booklets at home. Now stay here and sit.
Yeah, basically
for like 20 minutes, and then you can go home. Like,
yeah,
that's.
But yeah, no, I had left them all at home, which was basically incomplete work, which constituted a detention. And the principal came in, and I was actually really good friends with the principal.
Of course you were.
I was.
Yeah.
So what did the warden say?
Yeah.
Well, he was like, so technically you should have a detention, but this is your first
offense.
And I mean, I was sobbing and in tears. Like, and this was 10th or 11th grade. And
They're gonna shank me in detention.
Emotionally,
Don't put me in solitary, warden. I can do better.
Emotionally distraught in 10th grade. So my first offense, he could tell that I was already
I'm all over on
real.
the other.
Oh, it hurts.
And basically, essentially, he because it was the first time that I had actually like done anything that would have technically earned a detention, and I was obviously upset about it. Obviously, I had done it on purpose to like get out of turning in my homework or whatever. He was like, "Yeah, you're not going to have a detention. We'll just give you other, work on some other stuff. Because obviously you can't do your schoolwork with all your booklets at home. So work on like book report or
volunteer.
Do other schoolwork so that you're busy and you're not just sitting around doing nothing.
We'll give you more shifts to cover it.
Yeah, basically.
Oh man.
And so the one time that I should have gotten a detention, I did not get attention.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that I didn't have, I got the principal's award, 2 years. I got the supervisor's award 3 years, and then I got the pastor's award 1 year, which is something that does not get handed out every year.
What the fuck?
The only thing that I did not get in my time at that school was I never got perfect attendance. Because I always ended up getting sick. And then I was bound and determined that I was going to get perfect attendance my senior year. And first day of school, I have strep throat.
Welp.
Yeah, pretty much. And that
this
ended up
year
being...
we're getting perfect fuck my throat. God damn it.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep.
Okay, I think,
and that was also the year that I ended up getting diagnosed with Crohn's disease.
Mm.
And so I ended up missing a lot that year anyway, just because of all the
health problems,
doctor's appointments and so I wouldn't have gotten it anyway, but I was so upset that I got strep throat the first day of school.
Well, two things. One, I always got sick right around the beginning of the school year. It was the weirdest thing. But two, I always find it adorable when someone is upset that they didn't get perfect attendance.
Yeah, well,
it's just precious. I'm sorry.
I was goody two shoes.
Yes, you were.
I really was.
Yes, we're aware of that now.
I mean,
I was a goody two shoes in prison.
Yes, you were.
How many people did you rat out?
Well, there was this one kid that hit me in the face with a foursquare ball and broke my glasses. Kind of ratted him out because he broke my freaking glasses.
Mm.
And he did it intentionally, I swear. To this day, I'm positive.
Sure waited until you were on a laundry shift with him.
Yeah. Yep.
I was too goody two shoes to do anything like that.
That's why you have somebody else do it for you.
Yeah.
You give the green light.
Okay, but to do that, I would have had to have friends.
No,
you gotta cultivate a gang. You gotta cultivate a gang.
Rephrase. To do that, I would have had to interact with people instead of sitting in a corner with my book all day.
Semantics. Because I will be perfectly honest with you. If I was in a situation like that. When I mean, like,
Mhm.
not like I'm in school and it's like a prison. I'm talking about like actual
prison.
Yeah, yeah.
Person who I'm going to want to interact with is the quiet one.
Yeah,
That's true. That's fair.
yeah.
Because I will, like, the first couple of days, I'll notice that everybody's leaving them the fuck alone.
Yep.
That's true.
And I go, hold on. Let me see if I can get myself a little piece of that.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're just like,
I guess I probably could have set Stacy. I probably could have set Stacy on him because he would have done. Okay, no, this kid, like,
Stacy,
so
shank that bitch.
yeah. Well, okay, he was a little interesting. So first of all, it was kind of like a boy named Sue type situation.
or a man named Llewellyn, which I always think is a weird name to but whatever.
Fair enough.
You know, like in general, like not even like like gender wise. I'm saying like legitimately, Llewellyn's a weird fucking name for me.
Especially because
I agree.
Spelled like you'd expect Llewellyn to be spelled.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Double L. You're like, what the fuck?
But yeah, no, he just like had it out for anyone and everyone. And he just
that's generally how you get in prison.
he had a very hard time distinguishing between video games and reality.
Oh, one of those assholes that gives the rest of us a bad fucking name.
Yeah.
Yes. He had a pair of I guess they would be motorcycle gloves almost. But he called them his called them bludgeoning gloves.
Oh, that's a fun name.
Yes, but he was obsessed with me. Because
not gonna lie, it sounds like he had sap gloves.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to know.
No, you really don't.
Nope.
Because I was one of the few people that was nice to him. Because, you know, I sat there and I was like, you know, I don't like when other people are mean to me, so I'm not going to be mean to him. And I'm not going to make fun of him for his oddities because I don't like being made fun of for my oddities. So even though I don't understand his whole thing, I'm just going to go along with it. And that's how I've always treated people. Like when my great grandmother was going through really bad dementia, and you know, talking about things that like she would confuse the alarm that would go off for a bird, and so when that would happen, if she would start to get kind of freaked out, I'd just go, "Oh, Grandma, there's that bird again." And she's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. It's the bird. It's the bird." And I'm like, "Yep." You know, just go along with, you know, whatever she had said before, and you know, just go along. And so, you know, that's just kind of how I've always done it with, you know, my grandma's patients, because my grandma takes care of people with Alzheimer's and that sort of thing. I go along with their stories, even if I've heard their stories 10 billion times. I just go along with it like I haven't heard it before. And so I did that with this guy too. And I sat there, I went along with it. But because I went along with it and I was the only person that went along with it and didn't make fun of him, he then decided that I was like
his best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's almost worse.
Yeah. And he had no personal space boundaries.
No.
So, like, he would come up and be like right here. It's like, "Oh, hi."
The people that most need to know personal limits don't know personal limits.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, it got to the point that Jay, and I just realized that, like, I'm a terrible person and I was trying to avoid using names and I totally used his name.
We didn't. What do you mean?
No, I'm hearing you.
S's name. I totally used S's name. Anyway, so Jay who is one of my tormentors, because so the very small school, so lunchroom is very condensed, and everyone has lunch at around the same time, and so all the kids in my classroom were at the same table. So Jay is like over here, and I'm here in my corner, but Jay is only like 2 seats down from me. And this is like in senior year. So Jay's still kind of a tormentor, but not quite so much. And S comes up and it's like right up here in my face talking to me. And I'm just like, hey, yeah, what's okay. And Jay's like, S, go away. Leave Rae alone. And it's like, okay, you're like one of my biggest bullies. The fact that you're defending me, I'm not sure how to feel about this, but also at the same time, thank you.
I would have been like, S, do your thing.
I mean,
the thing a lot of people don't understand.
Lunch. This will be like medieval times.
The thing a lot of people don't understand about bullies is they've got their own insecurities that are completely different from what they pick on. And if someone else triggers their insecurities, they will often start to bully that person because of it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand that. Mostly because there's no freaking way to actually make use of that. And so most people don't care. But yeah.
That's fair. But at the same time, it was like, it was very weird. It was very weird because I had not expected to be defended by one of my biggest tormentors. But it was just like, and that's something that has always stuck with me. I mean, it's like I said, it's been like 10 years. Yeah. Actually, it's been more than 10 years because Jay graduated before I did, so it's probably my junior year. So it's been like 11 years, and at least. And it's just like, still, I will distinctly remember that time when he just kind of like almost jumped down S's throat for getting up close in my space and, obviously making me uncomfortable. And it was like, why are you defending me? Thank you, but why?
It's always weird when there's someone who seems to be their entire job is to make you uncomfortable, saves you from being made uncomfortable.
Yeah. But,
yeah. Damn.
Yep.
Like, seriously, like, this has, like, been, like, super, like, interesting. And
yeah.
This is, like, walk down memory lane. I can do it. I can make puns about my name.
You're not wrong.
Dang it!
You are not wrong whatsoever.
I know.
We just need a few prison shankings and we're good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Note to self: I probably should maybe check out that series.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked Oz. I know Ray hasn't seen Oz. I'm not even gonna ask because it was.
I haven't seen.
You haven't either? Okay.
No.
Oz was really interesting.
Yeah.
Once you get past a lot of the sexual prison stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're past all of that, it's a good program. Especially
kind of like once you get past all the murderings and incest in Game of Thrones, it's an interesting show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, dude.
And also seeing J. Jonah Jameson being the head of the Aryans is pretty interesting.
So, as far as the Are we not going to say the title of the show, or are we going to go ahead and say the title of the show?
Oh, well, are we talking about Orange is the New Rae?
Yeah. Sure. I didn't know if we were going to say it or not.
Yeah.
But no, as far as Orange is the New Black goes, personally, like I watched the first 3 seasons. At least the first 2 seasons. I may have watched the third. I can't remember. The side characters are honestly a whole lot more interesting than the main character. The main character is flat and boring and meh.
I kind of felt that way when I watched Santa Clarita Diet. The side characters were more interesting, and don't get me wrong, like Drew Barrymore does a pretty good role in it as well as one of the leads, but like the second lead is just like,
Yeah, I feel, but yeah, it was okay, but I don't know. I didn't really get into it because they focused too much on the main character and her whole thing, and it was just like,
see, and I think
it felt so flat and one-dimensional.
Well, and I mean that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed like Oz, because Oz, like the main character was the prison.
Okay.
So you were seeing the stories going on inside. So it was like you knew, in this episode, like this character may be the lead, but then like for the rest of the season, they're more of a background character. So it was actually really interesting. Or they would introduce characters and you're like, wow, this guy seems like a real badass, and then at the end of the episode he gets shanked in the laundry room.
Yeah.
Like, welp.
Yep.
That was quick.
Fair. Yeah.
Oh man.
Also, there's a lot of lesbian sex in Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, well, fair.
Because,
I mean, it's a women's prison.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And this basically touches upon one of my major hatreds, in that a lot of the sex in prisons is non-consensual, and that's because we in this country seems to think that for some reason rape should be part of the process rather than something that's stopped.
Yeah.
And we don't do political here, but that no.
No, and I completely get you on that.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
No, and shit, I completely understand that, and I mean that's and that's why one of the reasons why I said, like, once you get past all the sexual stuff, Oz is a good show, because a lot of it is like a lot of it is forced, and you're just like, at the same time, it was the early 90s.
Yeah.
So, not that I defend that.
Well, and this was and Orange is the New Black also came out when Netflix was first doing a lot of starting out with a lot of things, and that was the time when I sat there and I was like, a lot of the Netflix shows that were coming out had sex in it, and that was when my brain, like my theme for the Netflix show was, okay, Netflix, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, it's like
throw the asexuals a bone.
It's like the old video College Humor did, where people are describing this role they're getting and stuff like that, and people look at them and they're like, "Oh my god, you're doing porn!" It's like, it's not porn; it's HBO.
Yeah,
porn is Cinemax.
And it was just like, these really weird, like getting into like really graphic detail, and the people that they're telling this to, and they're saying it with like a big smile on their face, like, oh my god, it was so great, and blah blah blah, and this and that, and the people are like one of them's like a daughter talking to her mother and father, and the father just looks completely disgusted, the mother's in complete shock, and she's, honey, are you doing porn? She goes, Mom, it's not porn, it's HBO. And they're like, oh, it's HBO, it's fine then. Like, it's just like, oh. Because HBO did the same thing. Netflix decided to use that same formula.
Yeah. I mean, how HBO had a series called Real Sex. So,
yeah, well, and I mean, you're not wrong. And they constantly bring out, like, new versions of that. Throughout the 90s, the early aughts, they did the same thing. So
Yeah.
But then Cinemax was just like, huh, yeah, it's
after 10 p.m., we're just going to be softcore porn.
Yeah.
We're not even going to bother hiding it.
Yep.
They got the nickname Skinamax for a reason.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
So this Friday, anybody going out early for Black
Nope.
Friday?
No.
I
Black
am.
Friday's a crock of shit.
I am.
Yeah, because you got to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The most I've ever done past 2 years is my mom and I would sometimes go. My mom and I would go to World Market because they would have like the free ornament or the free teacup or something. That's all we would do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that, and then also get the knacker cookies, the tins.
Ah, the Nyakers.
Yeah.
Ah, I love the Nyakers.
That reminds me, like, I'm gonna just try to not show this too much, but I'm supposed to be wearing this on Black Friday, and they told me to style it and do whatever I want with it.
Nice.
So I
Your
am
15 pieces of flair.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of tassel the bottom so it's a crop top.
Yes. Yes.
I've talked 2 other employees into doing the same.
Yes. Yes.
I was just like, this is what happened tonight even. I'm like, all right, so we're supposed to style these shirts. We're supposed to do like whatever the fuck we want to it. I'm like, I'm probably going to go and take the sleeves and like tassel the sleeves and then like turn it into like a crop top, like right under the bust line. And just, so it's going to be like up here with the tassels coming down. And I'm going to wear a shirt over it.
Yes, queen.
Yeah, so... I mean, I think that's what I'll be doing. I still got to actually cut the shirt to do it, but and if all else fails, I'll turn it into a fucking poncho. So,
I mean, I'm assuming that you would get in trouble if you didn't wear the shirt under.
I mean, maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I'm just saying, if you don't want to have to deal with this next year, you know what to do, Todd. Because they will not bring it back. At least that location won't.
I mean, let's be serious. Like, when have I ever taken something like super serious?
Well, I'm agreeing. I'm just saying, this is a way to get out of it next time if that's what you're after.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, it's just like, oh, hey, here's a free shirt. Do whatever the fuck you want to it. Make it your own. And I'm like, all right. We're tasseling this bitch. We're doing tassels.
Macrame, not it.
No, I'm just gonna cut the strips, let the strips hang, that kind of stuff. One of them's actually doing the same thing, but they're getting fancy with it. And they're doing it lower down. And I'm like, nah, my shit's gonna be basically a crop top.
I would be so tempted to take a little bit of watercolor and put fake stains on it.
I actually mentioned, I was like, I'm half tempted of getting red food coloring, yellow food coloring, and Caro syrup. And somebody's just like, and I'm like, so I can make pretty decent fake blood. And they're just like, oh my God, do it. And I'm like, but it's fucking work to do.
Yeah.
And then the real trick is you put it around small slits made in the actual fabric.
Yes. Yup. You're not wrong. Before you go in, you kind of dip your fingers and just wipe a little under your eyes too, just for effect. Like you've seen shit. Put on some war paint. Fuck it. Paint your face half blue. Go as Mel Gibson. But yeah, I mean, no, I'll be there at 5:30 in the morning for a 6 o'clock opening. Yeah.
I've never actually been to a Black Friday, and I don't intend to start.
I've worked so many Black Fridays that it's not even funny. It's just, I mean, people go like, "Oh my god, like it's gonna be Black Friday," and I'm just like, "Yes, Black Friday." And I'm just like, it's kind of like talking to like an old vet about like the war. Just 1,000-yard stare. Yes, I remember it. I remember it well. I will not let this happen again. Just
I've worked a couple.
Yeah.
But I've been very fortunate in most of my jobs have closed for Black Friday. But as far as like shopping goes, I don't usually like I've done the ones for World Market.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had one where I went and bought a laptop.
Okay.
And I think that's been it. I don't think I've ever done like any. And even that laptop one was like pretty mild. Because we like went to a Best Buy that was in like podunk nowhere in Michigan.
Gotcha.
So it was just like
I just sent a message to the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not going.
I don't blame you.
Nope, not worth.
Don't blame you.
Especially not because I've got to spend like $200+ on my car.
Yeah.
So, which still isn't done. And I've got work tomorrow. So my mom's taking me to work tomorrow. Then my parents are leaving to go to Michigan. So hopefully my car is done or I'm getting a ride home from Holzbrook.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that my car will be done before my parents leave for Michigan so they can just like drop my car off.
Yeah.
At work. But
I mean, if they're not,
yeah.
you might be able to make a stop and pick up some cookies for while you're with Holzbrook.
Hey, there we go.
Happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat them.
Oh, so I actually have. So my mom texted me and asked if I wanted anything for Thanksgiving dinner. I was like, I don't know, just give me like one of those Hungry Man dinner, frozen dinner things.
Whoa. Wait. You're going to go with a Hungry Man versus like, I don't know. Hey, how about you go to a Boston Market, Get something a little bit more substantial, than a Hungry Man.
I didn't really want to go anywhere.
Well, what I'm saying is you don't have to. Somebody offered to get it for you. You just reheat it.
I guess that would have been true. But I had told her, I was like, bonus points if you can find one that has green bean casserole. Because I love green bean casserole.
The turkey one usually does.
And it did not. It did not have green bean casserole on it.
Fuck.
It has cranberry sauce in it, but it does not have green bean casserole. So
cranberry sauce, the poor man's Jello.
You're not wrong. I love cranberry sauce too, though.
Cranberry sauce is delicious. I mean,
I love cranberry sauce. I love cranberry sauce.
You know what? I will just interject here and say I enjoy fresh cranberry sauce.
The stuff in the cans is Satan.
What happened?
The stuff in the cans is Satan.
Yes.
I've got the stuff in the can.
The fuck?
Are you going to chop it up, or are you just going to leave it look like someone tied it up and then untied it after? Because those rib marks from the can.
I'll probably just leave it in the can just to mess with you and take a picture of it and take a picture of me sticking a fork in it and eating it.
That's that one.
Ray, I'm sending you something.
But she also got me all the ingredients to make green bean casserole. Ooh.
That is a recipe my grandmother uses.
It's for people who don't like Thanksgiving and just don't want to remember it the next day.
1 year
Why is it so tiny? Why can't I zoom in? Come on.
What do you mean you can't zoom in?
Google. I opened it in a tab, and it was to actually like look at it. It's like super tiny.
What? Because like I have it open in a tab, and it is high quality.
I don't know.
I'm going to give it a try because I'm curious now. I was able to read the title, so I didn't bother looking further. It is absolutely itty bitty.
All right, so wait, if you click it and then go to open original.
See, I click it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I write, oh wait, open original underneath. Okay.
That wasn't showing up for me at first. It looks fine.
There we go. Yeah, if I do it that way, that works. Okay.
But yeah, so that is the recipe she uses. There was an incident a few years back where she didn't measure out the amount of cognac she was putting in there. And I got really buzzed off of it.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it was
I wouldn't be able
terrific.
to put the walnuts in there, but...
Well, she does. That's an optional
Well, no,
thing.
I could, but not if my mom's going to eat any.
Yeah. Well,
My mom's allergic to walnuts.
That's fair. I mean, she does she puts the walnuts in optionally.
Yeah.
Just because that's something that she always does, but like my sister's husband has a nut allergy, so if he's coming around, then it doesn't have the walnuts in it.
Yeah.
So.
But I might make that. I might end up making that later. I doubt that I'll make that for Thursday because probably just gonna be a lazy, and I don't have like any of that stuff.
Yeah, but
I might have to close, and then we might have nutmeg. I've got the salt and the cinnamon, and the brown sugar, but I don't have orange juice, cognac, or brandy. I don't have whole cranberries. I don't have allspice.
Well, the secret is, Ray, that once you do this, once you do make it, you put it in a can, and you let it become a gel, and then you take a picture of it for Ballin.
There we go. But yeah, so I'll be like, I'll be doing a hungry.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a hungry man Thanksgiving dinner, and then making like actual green bean casserole, just so that I can have green bean casserole.
So we're not really doing Thanksgiving this year, except I am making a big old pot of mashed potatoes and having gravy with it because, god damn it, that's the real part of Thanksgiving.
Are you going to build like a pyramid or a temple out of the mashed potatoes? Mashed potatoes, my favorite. You shouldn't have. Just this means something. Just
this is important. This means something.
Sitting there with the whole plate in front of you, just with a fork sculpting. Yep. Ray, you need to see UHF so you can laugh at this too. What just happened?
I don't know.
What did you do, Ray?
I whistled.
I love that I appear to be the bridge between the two halves of the conversation. One doesn't understand the other. Because I get both references here.
What happened?
For the reference, that whistle was. It was,
do
from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which is where the Devil's Tower mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. See,
Yeah.
And
the
they
thing,
parodied that in the UHF.
yes,
That's where that's from.
yes. And the thing is like I blocked Close Encounters out of my mind. So
Fair.
I don't know why. I think it's because I haven't watched it since the fucking 80s.
Neither
Fair.
have I, but I remember that. Damn it!
I mean,
When the aliens come down and play Simon, it's kind of a big deal.
fair. Fair.
Because that's essentially what that was.
Yeah. Oh man. But no, I mean,
That's all I can think of when I hear mound of mashed potatoes.
Well, that's where it's originally from. Yeah, it was parodied. That's all.
yeah.
Mm.
See, whereas me, like I remember UHF way more than I do Close Encounters.
Yeah, it's more recent for one thing.
Well,
It's also a better movie in my opinion.
yeah, it is. It is.
Fair.
Also, Weird Al wasn't in Close Encounters, so there's that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And it didn't have Cooney
I think
in
I
it.
have seen UHF though. Because
You
I'm
can
pretty
remember.
sure.
If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you can check it out again and make sure you did.
Yep.
Or refresh your memory if you have.
Make it a holiday tradition.
I'm pretty sure you guys like insisted that I watch it, and I watched it, and I.
You need to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my own holiday tradition of watching Muppet Christmas Carol.
On Thanksgiving.
Yep.
The fuck?
Because of Black Friday.
The
Ray celebrates Black Friday, Todd.
No, I just don't like watching football.
UHF is in football, though.
Yeah.
So there's a substitute.
I mean, that's fair, but
I don't like watching football either.
Yeah. I know what we'll be playing on Thanksgiving, and that is the special me and Maury recorded.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we recorded us watching wrestling for TN Thanksgiving. Because why the fuck not?
Okay, that's gorgeous.
What?
Yeah, Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Watch it
I've
again.
watched UHF.
You should watch it again. Like
Yeah.
right now on cast.
No, no.
All right, so you're saving it for Thanksgiving. Gotcha. It's a perfect film to watch while you're eating your Hungry Man and homemade green bean casserole.
Honestly, if you want a really good Thanksgiving tradition, you can't go wrong than watching a whole bunch of Mystery Science Theater 3000s.
Yes.
The Turkey Day.
Even though they ran the Turkey Day Marathon on Sunday.
That's just weird.
Hmm.
I don't know why they did that, but they did.
Because
You know-
tradition means nothing to these heathens.
What always ended up happening is my dad would have football on the main living room
Not
television.
this year.
This is true. Mom and I would always go into Mom's room and plug in Muppet Christmas Carol, and we would sing along to all of the songs. And
So what I'm hearing is this year you're watching it on the big TV.
yeah, with with the sound bar, so that I can have the music as loud as I want it.
And then the neighbors are gonna have to hear the Muppet Christmas Carol. You
Yeah.
fucking monster.
Yep. And then I proceed to watch it at least 8 times between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Including on Christmas Eve. So then I can be extremely happy when I'm singing Only One More Sleep Till Christmas.
The fuck?
I know. You can watch anything in the Muppets, honestly.
I love the Muppets.
Oh god.
They're just a bunch of puppets, right?
I-
They're not
I
live.
don't care. I don't care.
I mean, typically, like my traditional is I go to my grandparents, I have the meal,
Hmm.
Mom gets drunk, Mom says shit she shouldn't be saying. I tell her, you don't want to do this. She continues to do this. I go, you really don't want to do this. She does it again. Then I make her cry. And they go, why does this happen every fucking year? And I'm like, why does she become a mouthy bitch every fucking year?
Okay, I don't have relatives nearby, so I skip that lovely tradition. What happens with me, here's my Thanksgiving. I'm the person who cooks. That's the first thing you need to know. So I get together all the things with the turkey. I start the turkey cooking. I realize I'm missing a couple of things. Okay, I run around real quick, get the couple of things together, cursing the entire time. For the next few hours, I wind up pissed at myself, pissed at the holiday, pissed I even thought about doing it in the first place.
Isn't it like your favorite holiday?
Yes, it is. Pissed in the kitchen of this stupid fucking house that has no countertops and no cabinets.
And this is your favorite holiday too.
Yes, it is. Which tells you actually how much I dislike holidays in general.
Oh gosh. So
afterwards, when we're having dinner, I lie to myself and say this was all worth the trouble.
Arguably.
So usually we go visit family, which I'm getting to skip out on this year.
Lucky.
Because, yeah.
I'd much rather be spending a Thanksgiving with Baldwin, with the way it sounds.
Same. Like, oh my gosh.
I put too much work into it is the problem.
I would offer to help with the cooking because I do actually enjoy cooking.
Turkey. Piece of shit. Why don't I have this goddamn ingredient? Fucking countertops.
So
the countertop thing pisses me off like you wouldn't believe.
Last year, Dad and
Also, here's the fun thing, okay? There are no doors separating the kitchen from the rest of the house, and I have cats! And they were all originally strays that I took in. So they have no concept of boundaries when it comes to food.
Like, oh, that's mine, isn't it? And you're like, no, get the fuck away, Sarah. And Sarah's just like, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
No, Sarah's actually the best behaved. Tina, the newest one, oh god. I have to keep a water spritzer bottle near the food at all times.
Just right the
Wait. I'm not familiar with this cat.
Yeah,
That's the new one.
Yeah, the new one. We got her over the summer. I thought I had mentioned her, but I hadn't. She's an adorable little thing. She meows, but not like Sarah does, but she's precious. She looks almost just like Amber.
I know there was Sarah, then there was the other one.
Amber. This is a new one, yes.
And then you have another one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How
we weren't planning on it, but
is this Amber's first Thanksgiving?
Well, I'm still not preparing a turkey this year. I'm just doing mashed potatoes, so I don't give a shit what they think.
Well,
I mean, but no, this would be Amber's second. Tina's first.
Tina's first. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Sarah's like, "Where's the fucking turkey?"
So yeah, I know I have to keep a water spray bottle near my food at all times, no matter what I'm cooking. Pasta, macaroni and cheese, doesn't matter. This cat wants to get up at it, and I'm like, at this point, all I have to do is point the bottle and wave it a couple of times, like I'm warning someone to get into the storage room with a gun. You know the little twitch of the wrist that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And she immediately moves away.
Yeah, let's do this. Come on.
We started that with Fitzgerald to get him to stop howling because Dad got a job, and so Dad is out of the house a whole lot more now, and so the howling has been like,
oh yeah,
yep.
So we started spraying him in the face. Yeah. So we started spraying him in the face with a water bottle. It's actually worked pretty well. It's actually been like a whole lot more manageable. But now it's gotten to where all we have to do is show it to him. And he was kind of just like...
Amber doesn't really respond to the water bottle as much as I'd like. I have to actually spray her every single time I threaten. And I have to spray her at least 12 to 20 times before she'll finally stop doing... Well, she'll stop, but she won't move away from what she's not supposed to be doing. So I'll just keep spraying until she does.
I'd like to thank you for making me that chili. That's a lovely chili you're making for me. Spray.
Oh, Tina goes nuts when I fry up the beef for the chili.
Oh my gosh. But yeah. So yeah, we usually go and visit family, but last year we didn't because we had just moved to this house. Yep. And Dad and I made a meal, which means I made most of it. Dad made the turkey. But
how much swearing did you do? Because if it wasn't enough, then he didn't really cook.
Not much, because I worked in the kitchen for 3 years, and so I kind of had my act together.
Fair. And
also, I live in a home with my parents, so a lot of my swearing is internalized.
That is also fair.
So I can pretend that I had my act together and really resolved it.
I almost forgot the most fun part of the tradition. So I always start off, basically, I'm going to make turkey, I'm going to make mashed potatoes, I'm going to make a dessert of some kind, I'm going to make a casserole, and then it's like, fuck it, this is too much work, I'm dropping the casserole, and if fuck it, we're just going to have pie and Cool Whip. Yeah, that's how it always goes. This is over the course of like a few days before I'm like, you know what, it's too much work, and I go in stages until I eventually get down to I'm making a turkey, I'm making mashed potatoes, I'm done.
Yeah. Dad made the turkey. I made green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, 2 pies from scratch.
Fuck you.
I was laid off at the time, and also, like I said, we have a ton of this new house has a ton of counter space. So
just rub it in, why don't you?
So I made the pies ahead of time, like the day before, and I think I had cut up. I had done a lot of the prep work like way ahead of time, so I pretty much just had to like pop stuff in as time went on. Oh, and I made stuffing because I love stuffing.
Oh God, yes.
And I think I made something else, but I can't remember what else I made. But yeah.
Was it
but I did a lot. It was not pickled cauliflower. I don't know how to pickle things. Because you gotta like measure.
You gotta, it's gotta be done in a special way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like any kind of cauliflower thing.
No. But yeah, so I just like pre-prepped a lot of stuff, like the day before and all that.
Yeah, your prep station all set up for the actual day.
Yeah. Well, because I worked at a restaurant.
Yeah.
So like I was my dad was so mad at me. I hate cooking with my dad because like I'm very like I will not cut meat and vegetables on the same cutting board.
No, you don't.
No, absolutely not.
And you don't use the same knife.
Nope.
No, contamination is a real freaking thing.
Yeah, and he gets so mad because
what?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's like, well, they're going into the same pot, and I'm like, it doesn't matter if they're going in the same pot.
It contaminates the knife and the board. It doesn't matter what happens to the meat and the vegetables.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just like so. It's been this whole ongoing thing for years.
When it comes to big meals, I spend half the time saying I don't want any help, and half the time going, I have to do all this fucking shit myself.
I would try and like get you to let me help you, because like I would like sit there and be like, but I worked for 3 years in a kitchen.
I will be honest, you have cooking experience, I would let you help. I mean,
yes.
Mostly because I know you know how to keep a kitchen, as opposed to just just like driving is more than pointing your car in a direction, stepping on the accelerator, cooking is more than throwing shit on fire.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But yeah, so but no, usually we go see family. And I'm not doing that this year. And I'm so glad I'm not doing it this year. Like, it's gonna suck being by myself on Thanksgiving because Holzbrook will be working.
But you're doing Thanksgiving another day, right?
It had been debated, but I haven't actually gotten a confirmation from him, so I don't know. But we'll see. But I don't know. Like, I'm not super bummed about not going and seeing family. Like,
understandable.
There used to be a time where I was perfectly fine going and seeing my dad's family because this is going to sound really bad. But I was the cousin that had my shit together. Like,
I may not be where I want to be, but I'm better than you assholes.
Yeah.
That is exactly what that is.
I'm no longer the person at the bottom of this shit. I'm above all of you. I win.
I was the first one to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in college, that was fantastic. Now that I've dropped out of college, it's not so great. I'm kind of like, oh, you're probably just as bad as some of them. Granted, I'm not a meth head.
Fair.
So, not quite that bad. But, and I'm also the only one, Holzbrook and I are the only one of those kids. So.
You were cutting out there, like you were
moving
away from
but
me.
I think Holzbrook, you're the only one who don't have kids.
Yes.
Correct.
I interpreted that. I didn't hear that.
Well, see, and I interpreted it as well, but just because, like, listeners and viewers and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you don't like to, your family drives you crazy, but there's a meth head to your madness.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah. But yeah, so like going and seeing my dad's family, which is where my folks are going, still wouldn't be as bad. My mom had suggested I might go up and see her family because they're only like 2 hours away.
Yeah.
That's not happening. No. Like, I love them, but I'm not going up there by myself.
You can see my family instead. Yeah, I'll take it under consideration. Let's put a pin in it.
Yeah. Like, I love them. I do. They're family. And they're all great. They're all very loving. But I am 28 years old, still live with my parents, have colored hair, and work a retail seasonal job. Even my younger cousins are doing better than me. The only one that, well, the only ones that still live with their parents are still in high school.
Right. Right. My mother and I lived in the same house until I was in my late 30s, and that's because she died at that point.
I mean, fair.
There is no shame in that.
No.
There's nothing wrong with a strong family.
That's true. My mom's family doesn't see it that way. At all. My grandma will end up suggesting that I come live with her. But yeah.
Just saying. Saying.
Yeah. But yeah. It's a thing.
Shit, they won't make the cast.
Yup.
Yeah.
That's for us, not for you guys.
Exactly.
But yeah, my grandma would want me to come move with her. But if I moved and lived with my grandma, this would not fly.
Yeah. I think that might be the least of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. But yeah.
Yeah.
I love my family. I love my family. They're just a little. They're good to see occasionally.
Yeah.
And with buffers. I would need to take Holzbrook up with me. Because they'll give Holzbrook more crap about his man bun than they will about my colored hair.
What?
The man bun is worse than the purple.
It is.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's so funny. Okay, thank you, Todd. But I've been watching these like dumbest criminal things.
Oh, those things are great, aren't they?
And every third guy they show, I'm like, that fucking hair. Every third guy is like, what the fuck is with these idiots?
I mean, I stumbled.
I mean, I think it
across that.
depends.
No, it doesn't, Ray.
No.
I think it does.
No, it absolutely does not. No.
I don't have a problem with the man bun.
So what Ballin's referring to
Depending.
is what Ballin's referring to is I shared a link.
Yeah.
What was it, like last week?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I just
we cleaned out the channel that was attached to, by the way. Now we're looking for others. Unfortunately, most of them are like raw, unedited things of Cops, and Cops is one of the worst edited shows I've ever watched in my life. Oh my god!
Yeah.
How did that stay on the air as long as it did when they apparently had high schoolers with photo effects for doing their work?
It's still on the air.
I know. That's my point.
It's fucking weird.
I know. But go on, sorry.
But yeah, no, like, so basically I shared this thing of like, what was it, Stupidest Criminals part 3 or something?
Yeah.
That's right. Put a pin in it.
Sorry, I just didn't want to lose the cranberry sauce
Yeah.
recipe.
Yeah, I actually got that because I mentioned the boozy sauce to Maury. And Maury goes, that sounds fucking lovely. And I'm like, when I see her next, I'll see if she still has a recipe. And today I was just like talking. I'm like, so Thanksgiving, what are we doing? And she goes, well, we're doing turkey, we're doing stuffing, we're doing mashed potatoes, we're doing, the standard accoutrement. So, we're doing the green bean casserole because it's not Thanksgiving without a fucking green bean casserole.
No, it's really
unless
not.
you're balling and it's too much fucking work.
And you don't like green beans.
And you don't have enough counter space.
Yeah. You don't have any. Literally, the only counters I have are in the bathroom.
Wow.
Which is upstairs. Yeah.
We need to get you some like islands or something.
We have 0 cabinets except under the bathroom sink.
Yeah, you need at least a couple islands in your.
I've been making do with a folding table from Office Max.
Hashtag get ball in some counter space.
Yeah, like maybe I need to change up what I'm getting you for Christmas.
I'm getting you a marble slab. Just put it wherever.
If you want to get cabinets and countertops put in my house, that's fine, but that's like $2,000.
No, well, it's not getting put into your house. We're just sending you the countertop. But yeah, I mean, it's just so we go over the whole thing, and I say, oh yeah, by the way, so, Maury, we were talking about Thanksgiving, and I mentioned the boozy cranberry sauce. And she goes, I try not to make that as boozy anymore. Like, that was her. She goes, I didn't measure the amount. I was only supposed to put like a quarter of a cup or whatever it was on there. And she goes, I didn't think I needed to use a measuring cup. I'm just like, that's why it was delicious. That's why I enjoyed it. And I go, do you still have that recipe? And she goes, actually, yeah, I do. And she goes through her list, and she goes, but this is while she's going through the recipes of like what she's making. So, we're doing the roasted Brussels sprouts with pancetta and sage, which is going to be fucking delicious because I love Brussels sprouts. That's my favorite vegetable. Not lima beans.
Brussels sprouts are amazing.
Brussels sprouts are the shit.
They're so good.
They're little cabbages, and it's the Irishman in me loves it. Loves it.
I had not had I had not had the experience of Brussels sprouts at 3rd grade because my parents didn't like them.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think they're amazing, and I cook them, and I've cooked them right, and now my parents will eat them, because I know how to cook Brussels sprouts.
And we're what is that? I think we're also doing a broccoli and cauliflower. What?
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at Ball and Box.
No, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
No, I agree. Oh, that's a long link.
Oh,
sorry.
No, hell no. No.
It's the wrong color.
It is.
It's the bright color is what that is. I mean, God damn.
Yep. But yeah, so like we're doing like this pretty decent spread. There's going to be a bunch of us there. Me, of course, my grandparents, my cousin, her boyfriend, my aunt, and my little brother, and the womb that gave birth to me. So, my sister and her husband are visiting his family for the holiday. So they'll be spending Christmas with us instead. So, yep, married life.
Fun.
Yeah, but yeah, so it should be a fun time, and I mean, I'll probably take pictures of food and put them on Instagram for the first time because
nice.
I've had an Instagram for years, and I think the last thing I posted on it was a burger.
Nice.
Like 2 years ago.
Isn't that what Instagram is for?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't had any interesting food to take pictures of.
Yeah.
I could also snap.
Take a picture. Let's do an Instagram of my hungry man.
I can also do it on Snapchat if I wanted to. That'd be great.
When I went
I have a Snapchat that I never use.
Yeah,
I haven't had a hungry man since I went on my low sodium diet.
Yeah.
Because there is way too much salt in those.
Oh yeah. They're ridiculous.
But I love their fried chicken.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, the Instagram, Snapchat thing, I have one, and like never use it.
Yeah. I used it when I lived in North Carolina, and my roommates and we would send like stupid shit to each other.
Fair.
That was it.
Every now and then, like, I'll get somebody will add something to their story or whatever. Like Jess will add stuff about like things he's repairing, which is actually pretty cool to see. Or
I think I have it because my cousin puts up stuff about her baby. And he's freaking adorable. So.
You say so.
Yeah. He's a cute kid. He's related to me. I'm obligated to say it.
I mean, if my sister and her husband had a kid, I would tell them flat out that is an ugly fucking child.
Wow. Well, you're also an asshole, so.
Which end do you put the food in? Because they look identical.
Oh, wow. You're both assholes.
Yup.
So is that kid's face.
God.
Oh, God.
You have to diaper up both ends to be safe.
And this is how I found out I was a Ravenclaw. It explains me and Ballin getting along so well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 It does. You Hufflepuffs don't understand.
See, and like I was saying yesterday, the funny thing is that Hufflepuffs get along so well with Slytherins and Ravenclaws.
Welp. G fucking G.
Yeah.
Also, aren't Hufflepuffs like really
That being
gullible?
said, well, yeah, not wrong.
So all I'm hearing is blah, 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 blah.
That's fair. That being said, if I ever end up adopting, whatever, a child, and you'll insult my kid, I'm coming for you.
And apparently you'll be doing it while conducting an orchestra.
I've been in prison. No. You heard the whole story.
I've seen things with these eyes. They
Right,
can't be
you heard-
unseen. But yeah, I don't know. Like I've never been one to be like to bullshit somebody, you know.
I mean, that's fair.
It's better that they know.
There's a difference between not bullshitting and insulting.
I mean, I wouldn't say like, that kid should be kept under the stairs.
Or you should chip the kid because you don't want them winding up in the pound.
I wouldn't say anything like that.
No.
It would probably be more along the lines of like a less asshole-ish asshole comment. Like, oh, that's nice. I mean, it's a child, right? Just human?
You had a ferret. I'm sorry. That's a joke that neither. But
No.
I don't understand that reference.
Yeah.
So there's this
Homestuck?
comedian.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not a Homestuck. There's this
Musical?
comedian. No, it's not a musical. It's a Christian comedian. But he was doing this set, I guess, is what it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
About how
That's what the peoples in the Hollywood say, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The people in the Hollywoods.
he was doing this set and talking about like the difference between men and women and everything. But he was talking about like one of the most amazing things that is when his wife, one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, the one thing that I don't understand is when they say we're expecting. It's like, expecting what? Expecting a baby, silly. I mean, why are you expecting it? Don't you think you'd be pretty sure? You're human. When you say you're expecting, that's when you're not sure what you're gonna get. It's like, then he was like, Day of Labor comes out. Oh, it's a ferret. Wasn't expecting that.
It's all fair to use the term expecting, but don't ever ask someone you don't know, oh, when are you expecting?
Oh.
Ever.
Yeah, no. That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a horrible way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then his
Well,
next part of that set was that men should be allowed to get pregnant.
No.
And it was, but
Have you seen how the average American male eats? We would fuck up that whole thing.
Yeah.
But the funny part of it was everyone started cheering.
They love hot spicy chili.
Wow. Everyone started cheering, and he's like, I love how everyone's how everyone's clapping. He's like, but the women aren't clapping because of equality or anything. They're clapping sitting there like, oh, they couldn't handle it. And he's like,
no, it's not that I couldn't handle it. It's like, I know me. I'd be like, yeah, can I have Whoppers? I'm eating for 2.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah.
But no, he's like, you know, he's like, I hate when they say couldn't handle it. It's like, maybe we wouldn't like it.
No.
But he's like,
Nobody likes
but don't say, he's like, couldn't handle it all, you couldn't handle the pain. Ladies, we'd make a sport out of it. So, I don't know. It was funny. It was a real funny set.
I'll take your word for it.
I still think it's. I'm not a comedian. I don't have good. He did.
I admire women for being able to go through childbirth. I don't know if I personally can handle it. I will just say this: when I was 12 years old, I was hit by a car.
Ooh.
My leg didn't know it was broken and tried to walk on it.
Ooh.
That was some pain. Yeah, it was my knee that was broken, by the way. So I put weight on that leg. Yeah. No.
Mm.
No, it is not a good thing. Yeah.
No.
Because here's something.
Let me just pull up my sewing machine and have it make the sounds for me.
Because here's something a lot of people don't really understand. If you get hit by a car, a lot of times you actually don't remember the impact. All I know is I was standing there and I was looking up at the sky. That was it. There was nothing in between. So I didn't know I was hit by a car. And when the nice police officer who had arrived at the scene, because they do that when a car hits you, helped me up, I tried to walk to the police car and cried. And I was like, no, you can help me, officer. You can help me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's how that happens. Also, for anyone who hasn't broken a limb, when they x-ray your limb, it is excruciating.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to force that shit back as close to the original position as they can get it.
Mm-hmm. I was very fortunate with mine because when I was in the car accident 3 or 4 years ago, I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 years ago, my leg was trapped between the seat and the door. And so, which sucked because I was trapped there, which is not great for someone with anxiety. But that the way that it trapped
it pretty much was like a splint.
It kept the bones from shifting. So while it broke in two places,
it didn't move around. Yeah,
it didn't move, and so I didn't even end up needing surgery. Even though the breaks were in places that normally would have needed surgery to put pins in place.
To put it back into place, yeah.
Yeah. Pins are fun. I have pins when I broke my finger.
But yeah, no, that was a fun experience. That was oof. Yep.
See, I've never broken a bone. Well, I say I've never broken a bone, but I have like cracked ribs before.
Ooh, that's worse than a broken bone.
Yeah.
A broken bone, you go through cast and you're done. Cracked ribs, what I understand, that shit follows you.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have, I've broken my knee, I've broken my pinky. I would rather do both of those than one cracked rib.
I had 4.
Ooh.
On my right side.
Ooh. No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. They weren't like full breaks, so there was that. But yeah, I mean,
it's just they move every time you breathe.
Yeah. And it was just every every breath felt like I was being stabbed.
Yeah.
So
exactly. That's why
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, there's also the bunch of concussions I've had, stitches. I've had a lot of stitches, mostly in the face. So there's that. Like,
yeah.
What is it? If you see like right here, that's actually like that's a stitch. I have one right over here on my this eye. I had one like right over here in the eyebrow. Like most of them are like right in this region here. And then I also have on my pinky right here. This is my favorite because I got this opening a can of cat food.
That is how I got stitches on my ring finger on my right hand. Those pop top cans.
Yep.
When they first came out, those things were razor sharp.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, they almost took the skin off of the pad.
Oof.
Now, I did lose the skin on the pad of my left middle finger when I was in school. When, you know those big metal doors into the buildings?
Mm-hmm.
One of those was like a guillotine, just sliced the pad of my finger right off.
Mm.
I was rushed to the hospital, and apparently that pad, basically, they couldn't find it right away. It apparently had, the blood had stuck it to the door.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. That wasn't fun. But no. Yeah, stitches are a whole other matter. I also have a small bit of stitching in my forehead from when I was 8. I got hit in the head with a brick.
I have a chipped tooth from being hit in the face with an aluminum bat. It's one of the reasons why I really don't like smiling and showing my face, showing my teeth and shit, because like my whole lower jaw is like all like fucked up because of it. But yeah, got this one here. This is a chip. Yeah, I mean there's that. It's a thing. It happens. But no, I mean like,
technically a broken tooth is like a broken bone, so.
What happened?
Technically a broken tooth is kind of like a broken bone.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for they can't like really put it back in place.
No, they can't. They just replace them. I mean,
yeah.
If you have money for that. If you don't, fuck, you'll learn to chew it differently.
Yeah. And I mean it's one of those things though, like most of my injuries, and then of course there's my knees. And I mean I was 8 years old, playing soccer. Fucking soccer.
Yep.
Yep.
And I got
on hockey.
And I got spiked in the left knee.
Hey, same.
I
broke my left knee, so yeah.
I was taken off the field. They took me to the hospital, and they did an X-ray.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with your knee. 8 years later, my doctor at the time, you've been bitching about that knee for 8 fucking years. You had an X-ray done on it, you know, and they didn't find anything 8 years ago when the injury allegedly happened. So we're going to, I'm going to go and have you go for an MRI.
Oh, MRIs, lovely things.
So I go in for the MRI. A week passes, I get a phone call. We need you to come down to the office. Your MRI results are in, and we'll go over them. Like, okay. So we go over the MRI results. And there's the 2 knees sitting there. And he goes, you see all this dark area here? And I'm like, mm-hmm. And he goes, okay, notice that there's a lot of it in this one here. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And he goes, that's your left knee.
Scar tissue. Yeah.
Because of not having the proper care for the injury, you now have cartilage deterioration in your left knee.
Yep.
Which explains a lot of your issues and your knee going out on you on occasion and the feeling of bone on bone.
Yeah. I know what that feels like.
Yeah. And I'm like, so is the other one a healthy knee? He goes, oh no, that's not a healthy knee either. And I'm like, he goes, that's your right knee. It's been compensating the last 8 years.
Yep. Yeah. It's like if you drive on a fucked up wheel, the other wheel's going to get fucked up with it.
Yeah. And he's just like, at your age, and I was 16 at the time, at your age, I typically would not recommend having a knee replacement. But you're going to need one.
I'm a cyborg now.
What I would do if I were you, though, is I would
Try not to walk so much. Yes, sorry. Yes.
I would put it off as long as you can. Because you're going to need both of them done. You might as well get them both done at the same time.
Oh, yeah, because that's going to make it a lot easier to get around during that period.
And knee replacements are the rough ones.
Remember, folks, this man works retail, standing on his feet all day.
Yeah.
Criminelli.
Yeah. As I said, that was when I was 16. I'm 33 now. I haven't had the surgery.
Yeah.
Gee, many.
I will remind you that I consistently call Todd the hardest working man I know.
I mean, you should have seen what my day was like today.
Yep.
And
you're going to be working Black Friday with those knees.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's that, too.
Oh, yeah. It's Black Friday.
I mean, obviously, there's, like the paying job. And then there's the podcast side of things and all the other stuff. And the fact that I make a new Thrabalen gaming shirt. So, yeah. It's just going to be a red shirt with blue text that says, of Thrabalen Gaming.
Oh, that's what I'm going to have to go with.
Yeah.
Style and Grace shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. Of Thrabalen Gaming.
Which he loves.
I mean, it was a thing. It's a funny little thing that happened on Twitch. And I mean,
it blew up, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm glad that he likes it. I really do.
Oh, he loves it, yeah.
I mean, I enjoy my gazillion shirt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
I absolutely love that logo shirt. Love it.
Yeah, the logo shirt's really nice too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the one thing.
Yeah, good and purple.
Yeah. Like I was like looking at the this shirt here that I'm wearing, and like when I designed it, I was just like, oh, okay, well, the logo is not that dark, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got this, and I'm like, oh, this looks distressed as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, that is, I mean, it exceeded what I wanted. And then
there's the logo of an abandoned company.
And then there's the other one.
Yeah. That is gorgeous. It's a great t-shirt.
Indeed is a great t-shirt. I showed that one to my grandmother, and I showed them both to my grandmother, and she goes, I don't get the purple one.
Yeah, that's an in-joke shirt, folks.
And I'm just like, that's fair. And she goes, but I really like the one with the teapot on it. And I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, it's really well done. Who made it?
Oh, family.
And I was just like, that's a shirt I designed for somebody. And she goes, what? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I didn't think you were serious when you said you were designing shirts for people.
Oh, family. All that faith.
Well, no, it's like she does have faith in what I do.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But at the same time, it's like I've done. I keep my hands in so many different pies. It's kind of hard to like know what I'm actually working on at any given time.
Fucking pies.
You need fucking counter space for fucking pies.
No, the reason why family doesn't usually have faith in people, it's actually quite simple. When you're growing up, they see you growing and they see your skills very, very, very slowly growing. they don't see the finished product. They see the process.
Yeah.
It's really hard to see that someone has a huge amount of skill when you have seen the entire process, because it's such a gradual incline.
That's fair. Yeah. That is fair.
Still funny as hell, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I mean, but no, like, so like besides design the t-shirts and, which, as I said, I'm probably going to design a new one, for you, because I for some reason I had the idea that that'd be a fucking great one to make. Just of Thrabalen, like not even like Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming. No, just of Thrabalen Gaming, so you could wear it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only thing where it would just be like...
That is the one really good thing about vanity press shirt places, basically. Because you can get just one and it won't freaking break you because of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, especially with like TeePublic, with when a shirt goes up for the first like 3 days, it's only like $14. So I will be honest and say, if I do end up making that design, it'll be near the beginning of December. So there is that. But no, I mean, like, I was also working on like podcast stuff where it was just like trying to go and lock down guests for Gimmick Bag. Supposed to be doing an interview with the creator of the Clan Quest mod, which is something we've been working on for a while to try to get locked down. And we finally have a date on that. And I said, hey, like my wish list / to-do list is to, finally schedule that. Bring back my buddy Manny to do another episode with him. Because I had a lot of fun New Year's Day last year doing an episode with him. And then just doing something with Ian. Which would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm spinning so many goddamn plates right now. It's not even funny. Plates need fucking cabinets.
You're not wrong, man. You gotta understand, I have owned this house for 25 years now.
Yeah.
And this kitchen is the bane of my existence. It's actually to the point where I don't have one kitchen. I technically have two, because the one is 10 feet by 7 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a jail cell. That's not a kitchen.
So Ray would be comfortable there.
Yeah. But so a lot of my prep work is actually done in the next room over, which is the room between the kitchen and the dining room, which I call the dinette, because why not?
Fair.
But if I could afford it, in addition to getting counters, I would just knock that wall down. Because it's one room in all actuality.
In addition to getting counters, knock that wall down.
Yes, exactly.
Now, would you go, if you could, would you get counters and cabinets, or just...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I could just see it now, like somebody does this for you, and they're like, "Oh, we heard that you didn't have any counter space, so we put in counters," and it's just freestanding counters all around, and you're like, "Motherfucker!
Yeah.
I should have been
better
more
than
specific."
nothing, though.
Yeah, yeah. It would be better than what I've got now.
No, absolutely.
Not by much. Yeah, it would be folding tables all around, pretty much. Yeah. It's the same general effect.
Yup. Fucking no cabinets. What's bullshit?
Yeah, it really is.
We put in countertops. You go in the kitchen, and there's no countertops. You're like, fuck, you put them. We put them in the other kitchen. What? Yeah, the other kitchen. You have another kitchen. No, I don't. That was the only other place that had counter space. You're like, you put the counters in the fucking bathroom?
No, that bathroom is too small to support more counters than it has. I am not even lying. I would love to remodel this house, but I don't have access to a bulldozer.
Fair. Fair. Sounds like my old job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say I ever made threats of it because I would.
Because you don't want to end up on a watch list.
No. It's not even that. Like, I don't want to say I made threats of it because there was no way for me to actually pull it off.
Yeah.
But because for anybody that knows me, I used to have a really bad gambling problem. So that's the thing. If not, now.
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. No, I was a pretty bad gambler from 18 till from age 18 until I moved down here in 07. So I stopped carrying cash and it helped me break the addiction. So but needless to say, I would say, like, if I played the lottery and if I won, I would buy that store and fucking bulldoze it.
See, here's what's crazy. If I won the lottery, I'd move naturally.
Yeah.
But before I do, I think I would actually remodel this house to what I wanted it to be when I fucking lived there. Just that whoever gets it next doesn't have to deal with this shit.
You know what though? I'm
That
kind
sounds too nice for you.
I'm kind of with you a little bit. I'm also kind of with Ray there. Because I can see you remodeling the house.
I mean, you're the one that has said that you would pay people to name their kids
Yes, I would.
terrible names. That's way too nice for you.
I also, though, if I ever won the lottery of sufficient size, would want to start charity programs.
Yeah.
Because
Fair enough. Okay,
that's
fair
the
enough.
other side of it. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Hell, actually, I was thinking if I won sufficient money to where I didn't need the money for the house, I would remodel it and then give it to someone.
Fair.
Okay.
Just say, here, this is yours.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure. Okay.
There you go. I remodeled this house. It is now yours. By the way, I took out all the countertops.
Even the ones in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Just a
counter
floating sink.
literally just the sink top. That's the counter.
It's just a floating sink.
It's a yeah. When we moved in, by the way, it was a pedestal sink. We actually replaced that with a cabinet
Oh
sink.
wow.
Wow.
We didn't even have that counter space.
Wow.
I know. I was like, how did people live here and do things?
Oh god.
Very carefully, apparently.
Yeah.
Lots of folding tables.
And the house was built in like the early 1900s, so it was when people didn't have microwaves and shit. They had to
Right.
cook food.
Right. Huh.
Yeah. Oh, that's another bane of my existence, actually. The fact this house is so old means that the electrical system is old. In terms of it doesn't have a lot of capacity.
Mm.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is you'll remodel the house, rip out all the electrical and all the countertops.
Have you ever seen Moving with Richard Pryor?
Yes.
Yeah. I would love to do that, but no. That's such a great movie. It really is.
You just strip the entire inside down to the boards. I feel you, Ray.
Yeah,
I feel
same.
you.
Same.
Yeah,
I actually took a nap before this.
we're
so-
well, and I've been up since early this morning, so.
and we're closing in on 3 hours.
And 3 fucking hours.
We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, we have to get one of these out of our system.
Well, and I mean, it's the thing is, it's like we, for anybody listening or watching, whether you're listening on Radio Public, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or TuneIn, or you're watching us on Twitch or YouTube, links in the description if you're not. It's
If you're not watching, you just missed the eyebrow waggle.
yeah, and you've missed a lot of my horrified expressions before.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Not to mention my horrified expressions.
Well, everybody misses those.
Yep.
You're still trying to load in.
We missed those. So sad.
Yeah. You're still trying to load into Cloud Simulator. So it's been months you've been trying to log in.
know. Well, Red Dead bogged down the servers.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, and then of course there was the nightclub update and
Yeah.
And I mean, now they're giving away like over $1 million for this week.
And sales on all the kinds of properties you can buy.
Oh, that's right. I gotta log in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
You've already missed one login.
I know. I don't care. I'm too tired.
Yeah, I nailed my one login this morning, and they gave me a 120% bonus on shark cards.
Which is laughable.
Not 100.
Not for me.
Well, for those
I'm
of us
still
who-
like super behind the rest of y'all.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, they didn't give me 100% bonus. They didn't give me 125% bonus. They gave me 120% bonus.
Yeah. I saw that in chat.
Yep.
Like, what
Oh my gosh.
the fuck? Like, can we at least, like, nudge it up to 125? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not greedy. Or nudge it down to 100%. I'm fine either way. Don't give me this odd number bullshit.
Well, technically, actually, 120 is, yeah. Yeah, 125 is odd.
No, and I know what you're saying, but it's like,
An irregular number.
yes, it's a very irregular number. You know, it
Even
would be
though
like,
previously it's 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. It's kind of regular, but I know what you're saying still.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the sense of like when you think of like a percentage
Yep.
off of
Mhm.
something, or
Mhm.
a percentage bonus, like
Bonus
typically,
is like 25 increments, yeah.
exactly, it's usually like a what is it with GTA? It's typically 50, 75, 100, 125.
No, actually, with the shark cards, it's typically like 60, 80, 100.
60, 80, 100. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the 50 a few times. So, and that's laughable.
Yeah.
That is like,
That's pathetic.
that's adorable. For the same money, I could just go and get the Criminal Enterprise pack and have more money on properties I'm never going to use. So,
And that you can't sell.
yeah. Well, that's why I was throwing them on my secondary character. Give him a whole bunch of goodies and then pocket the cash.
Anyway, that tangent.
Yeah.
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 Suddenly GTA talk for no reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
And suddenly GTA. But yeah. Nah, in all seriousness, it is quite late for us.
Yes. Yes.
We have been
And
going.
we got started late, so it's even later than that.
Yeah, well, and sadly,
No,
that's,
it happens. It happens. But yeah.
it does.
I'm just saying it's later than the 3 hours would lead you to suggest.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, completely understandable. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for another edition of Pod Errors. Hopefully, you guys, if you're listening to this when it releases, hopefully you guys are going to have a great Thanksgiving and are thankful for something. I'm thankful for all of you that watch or listen to this podcast. I'm thankful for DorkyRae and Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming for putting up with my bullshit. So,
Remember, kids, don't be like Ray. Stay out of prison.
Or private Christian schools. Same difference.
Apparently.
but anyway, I'd like to thank our sponsors one more time. You guys are great. You can catch us on Twitter, twitter.com/precipicepod. precipicepodnet. You can catch us on Facebook, facebook.com/precipicepodcast, reddit.com/r/precipicepodcast. You can join the conversation over there. Get us on YouTube. You can get us on Twitch, twitch.tv/precipicepodcast. I'm not giving out the YouTube link in this because, let's be fair, I'm tired and I don't feel like reading off a random string of letters and numbers. letter, number, uppercase letter, number, lowercase letter. Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. No.
What's this triangle bullshit?
Yeah,
Someday we'll get.
Yeah, someday we'll get the actual thing. But you can actually go to youtube.com/theinsanity-chamber. I do have a playlist set there, which will bring you right to the Presswiz Podcast Network YouTube page, so I don't have to read out a fucking link.
Yeah.
So
subscribe.
Yeah.
Because I think if we get so many subscribers, then we can get an actual official link.
Yeah, 100 subs gets us a vanity link, so that's kind of cool.
Give us a vanity link, guys, please.
Please, we need it. But yeah, I mean, it's just YouTube's an uphill battle. It really is.
Yeah.
But we do this because we enjoy it. We don't do it for numbers. We don't do it for any of that. Buy the shirts, by the way, guys.
We just want the vanity. Yeah, that's what we really care about.
I mean, it would make it a lot easier. It would also help if you.
Let me just go make 100 accounts.
I mean,
I think I have enough email address.
It would also help if YouTube's algorithm didn't fucking bury everything that isn't like clickbaity bullshit. So
yeah, well,
or controversial bullshit,
or controversial clickbaity bullshit. Because that's a thing too.
I'll just go on my other Gmail accounts. Subscribe. add some numbers. Get us the vanity thing.
I mean, if I wanted to, I've got a few Gmail accounts for various.
Everyone that has multiple Gmail, subscribe to us on all.
I mean, you need a new email account every time you sign up for a social club account. So
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair.
You don't have to, and you don't even have to get a, because now they've got that whole bell thing.
Yeah.
To get the alert.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you guys can subscribe.
Click that bell.
Smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell to join the notification squad, people, because that's a thing. Because notifications are, fuck it.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. Just
visit us. Say hi, leave a comment, tell us what you liked, what you didn't like about the episode, and we'll try, or you can get us on Reddit. I mean, it's better if you do it on Reddit.
Yeah.
Do it on Reddit. Fuck the YouTube comments. Do it on Reddit. Because I'm tired.
No one reads YouTube comments anyways.
Well, I do. I read YouTube comments. Especially from people that are trying to tell me that I'm ripping their channel off. Especially from people that are trying to tell me that I'm ripping their channel off, and then it was a prank.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
We'll probably cover that next episode. Along with Flost in Paradise!
Yeah, God, we never did get to that, but that's still funny. Like, not nearly as funny as Ray's school story.
Yeah, Ray's, Orange is the New Ray was definitely something that had to be told. But anyway, thank you guys. I've already restarted the music again. Yeah, we ran through.
We're probably getting late. We can just.
We're punch drunk. I'm tired.
Yup.
Just end the podcast. Just end the podcast.
But anyway, guys.
Mugshot.
So anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us for the last 3 hours. We will catch you on the next episode, hopefully next week. But hopefully you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on the next one. Good day, good night, and good evening, everybody.